Good evening, John Augustine back again. Let's talk, and I hope I find you well and that you had a nice day, assuming you're retired and being able to do your own thing. And this morning I was busy organising my credit card with the bank so as I could make some purchases online, and it took a quite a lot of time, over an hour. And all this business of um, codes, and then to find one I had to keep a note of. And then when I do make a purchase, use that. And then they send me a text with another one that I can proceed. So it's all security, isn't it? So by the time I was finished at that, I was able to do a few of my morning videos. And then I headed off. I saw a program yesterday evening. And thank God it did. By and it was very good by a lad that's interviewed the parish priest of the Dominican Church, Father Gil Hooley, I think, or Father Farley. He's originally from RD, and it was quite an interesting video, and I learned a lot from it. And so I decided to make, yes, and Father Gil Hooley said, the parish power, Father Farley, the parish priest, Dominican priest, said that he noticed a man, an Indian gentleman, coming into the Church of Catholic, and they're both Catholic, and kissing the feet of our divine Saviour on the cross. And he was interviewed in the Dominican Church in Newry. So I decided to go up there and kiss the cross, or touch the feet. That's all this lad said, and the priest did the same thing because he'd been injured in an accident in Rome. And he was telling me today, I was talking to him briefly, that he was on a pedestrian crossing and a bus knocked him down, but he forgot all the had no memories in hospital in Rome for a good bit and transferred here in hospital for another good bit. And he didn't want to lose his leg, but he told me today that he did. But when he saw that lad doing that, he touched the cross, touched the bottom of the cross, and looked up at our Saviour, and he seemed to be looking down at him. And he saw that he had far more suffering than the priest, the parish priest, Dominican lovely priest. So he forgot all about whatever trouble he had, and he told me he had to get an artificial leg and wind up. But he's perfect. He looks perfect. And it's great to see the Dominican Church. And I noticed on a Saturday the confession from, I think, 11 to 12 or 12 to 1, and then 4 to 5 in the evening. It's great to have that confessions. And beautiful church, and have 3 masses or 4 masses on a Sunday, 9:30. Um, I think 3 and 11, and then 12:30, which is great, and the cathedral has masses as well, beautiful churches. There's 4 churches in the general area of Newry, yeah, but the Dominican Church would be the one I'd be making for if it was there. I just like the way they celebrate Holy Mass. I'd love to see them facing the tabernacle, quite frankly. We had a nice little chat, and I gave him my card, and he's going to send me something. But he told me the cross. I couldn't find it. And people were very good. I followed the lady because it was in a shopping centre, and I couldn't see the way into the town. So I followed her, and there was a little parking place that she pointed to when I got into it. And I went into the church and was looking for the cross. And I found one at the back, but you couldn't touch the feet because it was up so high. So then I spoke to a lady outside to know there was about EWTN and the Dominican priest. Oh, she said there's a Dominican church, and you go down there, take the second turn on right, and so on and so forth, and you do this, that, and the other. And I thought, hubby the hubby. And she says, I'll be going in here for a minute, and I'll lead you to it. Another great gift. So I went off anyway, and I turned where she said, and I parked the car. I could see the bridge, but I couldn't see the church. So I was going into the shopping centre, the Buttercream or Butter something, or whatever it's called, and to go to the toilet. And be goodness if she wasn't in. So I mean, I said I couldn't see the church up there. I parked over there in the car park. And she says, well, it's up on the bridge and you turn left. Oh, so it's a bit further away then because she said it only take 5 minutes. It take a lot more than that to walk to it. And then I was asking her the way to the Dublin Road coming back because the town is a bit different than when you could go into it. You weren't sort of at shopping centres, which is on the outskirts of the town. You can't for the life you see how we can get into the town centre. But I got into it. I followed the lady. I asked another lady in the car park, and she was very nice. She was obviously Catholic. And I followed her, and I got to the cathedral, and then I got to the Dominican church. So I had an interesting day, and I met the parish priest who was on the EWTN last night. So he told me the cross is in Dominic Street in Dublin because it was there. But looking at the programme, you'd think it was all taking place in Newry. So sometimes you can be confused. So I'll be visiting that in due course. I want to do what I saw, and I think that's faith, isn't it? But I had an interesting day travelling. So you'd be surprised what a day can unfold. And I met good people. I asked, remember, two gentlemen, and both were strangers that were decent individuals, and but they didn't know. So I was hoping, and then there was a lady sitting in a nice big car. I asked her; she could have been one that didn't know, but she did. And then she says, "That's right, follow her," because she was telling me going through traffic lights, turn this way, that way. She'd get confused. Okay, bye now, and I hope you had a good day. I had an interesting day. I'll tell you more probably tomorrow about it. Bye now, and I'll do the evening prayer to our Blessed Mother and then finish up. Bye.